Federal health officials are urging all eligible people in the United States to get boosters to combat the threat of the Omicron variant. The legal battle tonight over the federal vaccine or weekly testing mandate for large businesses continues. A federal appeals court ruled over the weekend that the mandate could go into effect. And now South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson says that they have their sights set on the U.S. Supreme Court. Here's WSAV's Jason Raven. He had a conversation with the Attorney General today.
Attorney General Alan Wilson and 26 other states and some private employers filed the appeal to the Supreme Court just hours after the ruling came down Friday evening. The Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals made the decision to lift the stay that was temporarily put on the mandate by a federal judge in November. Now, the mandate directs employers with more than 100 workers to require the vaccine or conduct weekly testing of unvaccinated workers. Now, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, also known as OSHA, will not enforce any requirements until January. Now, Attorney General Wilson says he's asking the Supreme Court to block this.
This is really about keeping the federal government constrained into its proper role. That's why we're doing this. And we feel very optimistic that once the Supreme Court has had a chance to review our pleadings and what we have filed, that we feel we're going to be successful in stopping these mandates from going into effect ultimately.
Attorney General Wilson once again reiterated this legal battle isn't over the vaccine itself, but with OSHA's role in enforcing this mandate.
And I wouldn't want a Republican administration doing this any more than I would want a Democrat administration to have the authority to do this. This is about keeping power constrained in the federal bureaucracy.
Now, the South Carolina Chamber of Commerce represents some of the businesses impacted by this vaccine or weekly testing mandate. Now, President and CEO Bob Morgan says some companies have begun preparing for the requirements and others are just waiting to see what happens. He says the chamber does not support the federal mandate.
We've also opposed efforts to take away the right of employers to implement their own vaccine mandate. We think employers know best how to run their own businesses and that they should be allowed to do so.
The two other federal mandates remain temporarily blocked by federal judges. Now, these mandates were for healthcare workers and federal contractors. Jason Raven, WSAV News 3, on your side.